What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name's Sam Clark and you're watching One Life Cars. Today's video, you join me with the Ford Transit Connect. For those eagle-eyed viewers, you might notice it's not the same, it's not my Ford Transit Connect. It's another one. It's the same van though, same Mark 1, very similar year, so it is the same van. And today I'm going to show you guys how to remove and replace the starter motor. Actually is an easy job. I've put this up on ramps. I would recommend jacking it up, but you can actually slide under it without, you can get to it, you can get your head under it and squeeze under, but jack it up, or if you've got ramps, you use them. I've got this up on the ramps now, and we'll get under the front. It's right under the front, just behind the radiator, dead easy to get to. We only need 3 different size sockets and a ratchet and maybe an extension bar, and that's about it. Simple job. So if you're thinking of doing it yourself, go for it, and I'll talk you through it. Right guys, let's go. Right guys, Ford Transit Connect starter motor replacement. So as you can see here, I've got them on the ramps. Dead handy, these things. If you've got some, use them. I've had these for ages and not really used them until recently, but they're great. Just roll straight on and you're up, ready to go. No messing about with jacks and jacking points. Anyway, tools you will need for this job is a 13mm spanner and or socket, preferably a spanner to crack the nuts, and then the socket to get them fully off, because you'll end up breaking the ratchet because they're quite tight, these, and a 10mm spanner slash socket. I think that's about it. Quite a simple job. So as you can see here, I've just come straight underneath the front. There's the reg plate, so straight underneath that, and if you look sort of straight up as you go in, let's change the sunlight a bit better. If you look straight up as you sort of go under, you will see the big giveaway is you'll notice a bit of red cable. Sometimes they don't have this, so you'll see like more red like that. So the first thing to look for is that red cable, like your power lead for the starter motor, so I'll find it. And it's this unit here. They are meant to be silver, as you'll see when I get the new one out, but this has definitely got a bad oil leak somewhere. This is not my van, as I said earlier in the video, so I think we'll be chatting to the owner about this later. A lot of oil coming from somewhere, but anyway, starter motor. So as you see here, you've got a couple of wires going into the back. You've got these 2 wires here that connect up at the top, and you can just about see there's a bolt there, a bit awkward to get to, you need the socket for that. There's a 10mm, and that one there is a 13mm. So if you get those 2 undone, you'll be able to release all these wires here, get them out of the way, which will leave you with just a starter motor unit itself to pull off. Which is quite easy. So if I turn around a bit, you'll notice where the spanner's connected to here, there's 3 13mm bolts, 1, 2 and 3. See them? Now they are really tight, these, especially if it's an older one that's been on for a while. So you've got to crack these 3 bolts and do the bolts, should I say, and do the first one, this middle one first. Reason being is it's got this daft little metal thing connected to it to hold the wire, which just gets in the way a little bit. Not much, but it just makes sense to pull this one out first and get that out of the way. Like so. Now they're not dead heavy, you know from the new one, because you should have a new one there waiting to go in if you're changing it. But just put an hand on it when you get the last bolt out, so it doesn't sort of drop on you, because it'll still hurt a bit if it falls onto you. Right, so there's one of the bolts out. As you can see, they're fairly chunky. Now, say you've not got any bars or anything, and you're struggling for leverage, so if we just get the upper spanner. Alright, so I've put my spanner on, and it's too tight with just that one spanner. For those of you who don't know, if you get another ring spanner and use the ring to the open end, you can make a longer bar for more leverage. So now with that, this is how I actually did undo them as well. Just a minute ago I've already undone them. Now I've got a long bar to get the leverage on it to crack the nut, because they are quite tight, these. If you've got just a ratchet, then hope for the best, but try and swang off it. Sometimes the ratchets can snap. Anyway guys, so that's it. Get them 3 bolts out, and we'll get this old one out, have a quick look at it, and then we'll unbox a new one and show you how to fit that. But it's a dead simple job. So let's crack on. So starter motor's out. What I'd recommend is do that middle bolt first, like I said, then do the top one because it's a bit awkward to get to. That top one's also got an air flyer on it, I think. No? Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, I think it is an air flyer. Oh no, it's just a wire going into around the back of it. But make sure it goes back on with the bolt. Yeah, sorry, so yes, so do the top bolt after and then do your bottom one next. It's just the easiest way to get to it and hold it up while you undo the last bolt. And it'll just pop straight out, it shouldn't be that tight. Revealing, you see your flywheel there that it engages to turn the engine round. So anyway, let's have a look at the new one and the old one. So in the old one there's, I mean I'm not an expert on things like this, but there's no visible signs of what's made it break. It's probably just worn out the actual motor element inside there. So that's the old one. Brand spankers one to replace it with. Bit of wrapping off. And they've even put it, it's even sealed in plastic. As you can see, that's the colour it's meant to be. I think we're spotting the thumbnail already, aren't we? So anyway, I'll get this unwrapped, and it is just a case of slotting it back into place, lining up your free mounts with the free bolts that you just took out. Get them free bolts on first so it's tight in place. Obviously, the splines on that after match up with the splines on the flywheel. It should just clip in, but just, you know, if you have to just give it a little wiggle just to make sure it finds its place, you'll know, because if it's not found its place, this won't go flush with the mounting. There'll be a gap. So just give it a wiggle if you have to, but it should go in fairly easily. Yeah, get these bolted up, and then we can put the two wires back on the back. Your 10mm and your 13mm. Be careful too, what I've just done, if you do end up using a spanner on this 13, be careful not to touch that bit as you're doing it, because then it shorts it and you end up blowing fuses and stuff. So just be aware of that. But yeah, get this back on, get the free bolts back on, tightened up, torqued up. If you want no torque ratings, let me know in the comments. If not, just give it a good nip with a ratchet. You know the script, guys. So let's crack on with that. Right guys, we have a new starter motor on our Ford Transit Connect. As you can see here, it's all back bolted on, all the bolts are tight. I've done put my two wires back on the end of it and reconnected the battery. I know I didn't show it earlier in the video, but there would have been a write up on the screen advising you to disconnect it. I'll be honest with you, you don't have to, but you're more likely to short the two bolts together if you don't, and then blow the fuse, and makes life hard, doesn't it? So, moment of truth, guys. I've done the diagnosis right. It should start up. I thought I'd show this on the video. Nothing. Nothing at all. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you found this useful. That's how to remove and replace the starter motor on the Ford Transit Connect Mark 1. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up, hit that like button for us. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button and join One Life Cars. Maybe you've got a request on your own car. Let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to make it happen. But guys, until next time, peace.